my script also. All right.
Ready?
Good to go.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second webinar on VeCollal. My name is Sonia Sanasuraci, and I'm Country Director for Italy at TCI. I have been working in the field of nutraceuticals and functional foods for most of my life, and today's webinar is particularly interesting to me as plant-based nutrition is actually one of my areas of expertise. I'm honored to have here with me and to host the actual founder of the company. And we are really happy to have also all of you to share the results of the in vivo tests on VeCollal that we recently conducted. So before we start digging into the numbers, I would like to introduce and welcome Tony Van Kampen. Tony, welcome, and thank you very much for joining us today. Would you like to maybe introduce yourself and give us some information about what VeCollal actually is, and also how you came up with the idea of creating this product?
Of course, and thank you, Sonia, for the introduction. I actually have an extensive background in both sports and health nutrition, branded and private label. And during my time in private label, I noticed three major trends in the market. Collagen products, they are booming. The market is growing from year to year with 9%. It's forecast to actually reach $16.7 billion by 2028. So a very interesting market. But at the same time, there's also more and more demand from customers for more sustainable and plant-based products. Topics that I personally also find very important. And actually 61% of the consumers worldwide believe it's extremely important to protect the environment. And in Germany, close to 80% of the consumers actually look at the environmental impact when deciding on their purchases. Very important, the plant-based movement is also very strong. It's growing into a multi-billion-dollar industry itself at a rate of 18% per year. And I think we have more than 263% increase in vegan product launches in just the last few years. Actually, in the UK, Sainsbury's, the retailer, predicts that 50% of their customers by 2025 will be flexitarians. So it's undeniable there's a very strong consumer demand for a product that caters to all these needs and trends. Now, what I did notice is that there was no real products available on the market that offered a plant-based, sustainable alternative to popular collagen supplements, at least nothing backed up with some solid science that's proven to work. And that is why a year and a half ago, I set off to develop a real vegan alternative to animal-based collagen supplements.
Thank you, Tony. It's really great to know also the story behind the product and how it was born. And indeed, it's true that there is a real gap in the market for vegan alternatives to collagen, although we have seen some new products coming up lately. So could you explain to us how VeCollal differs from the other collagen alternatives that we can come across on the market at this moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the main differentiator is the solid science behind VeCollal. VeCollal is actually based on two main scientific principles developed by Dr. Jimenez and based on more than 70 supporting studies. The first pillar is that it's actually a biomimetic of human type 1 collagen. So Dr. Jimenez mapped out the exact amino acid profile of human type 1 collagen, and that exact ratio is mimicked using amino acids from fermented plant sources. Now, the rationale behind this principle is that part of the efficacy of animal collagen supplements can be attributed to the fact that it supplies the body with amino acids they are particularly rich in, for instance, glycine or proline. But however, there's still significant differences between amino acid profiles of animals versus humans. So if a supplement has a great result by supplying amino acids in a ratio similar to the human's amino acid profile, we theorized that supplying exactly the amino acids needed in the collagen matrix could prove to be even more efficient. Intuitively, this makes sense. Animal collagens, for instance, is completely lacking L-tryptophan, which is an essential amino acid for humans and important to collagen production. Now, and that's important by recreating the amino acid profile by blending exact ratios of fermented plant-based amino acids into a biomimetic. It doesn't make it a collagen yet. In fact, that's an important observation we have to make. We do not use genetic engineering to create an actual collagen. There are companies that do that. They infuse plants with human DNA and they create a plant collagen through fermentation. That's not how VeCollal works. We supply a biomimetic amino acid profile, but that does not give it the typical triple helix structure of collagen. So instead, we rely on the human biochemistry to create a collagen structure within the body, where you actually need it. Now, the advantage of this is that we do not face the same regulatory issues or acceptance barriers of customers. So that's the first main scientific pillar. The second one is that we also research how can we stimulate the collagen-producing cells, called fibroblasts, to use this perfect supply of amino acids to create human collagen within the body. Now, we managed to do this by using plant-based inductors, namely asiaticosides, ginsenosides, and vitamin C. These are all substances that have been studied for years and have been used for centuries, especially in Asian cultures, and they're known for their collagen-building properties. Now, each inductor has its own specific role in transforming the amino acids to collagen within the body. So we know that we have developed a formula and created an approach to emulate the body's natural collagen type 1 synthesis using only vegan analogs. And even though it's solid science, our goal is to be a science-based company. We couldn't just launch any product just theoretically. So that's why we partnered with TCI recently to run clinical trials to put VeCollal to the test.
Interesting, Tony. So practically, it's our body that recomposes these amino acids and does the work for us. Definitely, the part of the studies and the testing is one of the reasons why our collaboration is so fruitful, because as most of our guests will know, TCI has 12 internal laboratories, and this obviously allowed us to conduct the in vitro tests initially, and now this 4-week in vivo test. I leave the honor to you, Tony, to share with our guests what results we obtained.
Yeah, thanks. So TCI actually ran 2 clinical trials already. We started with an in vitro trial in December 21 to prove the theoretical principle behind VeCollal. As you remember, we theorized if we provide biomimetic amino acids and inductors, the fibroblast cells in the body would respond with an increased secretion of human collagen, and we would use this fuel to create native collagen. So, and the first results were quite frankly amazing. We set up a placebo-controlled test to infuse human adult fibroblasts with VeCollal and incubate them for 48 hours. Now, the cells that were treated showed a 135% increase in collagen production over untreated fibroblasts. So that's a very, very good result, and which encouraged us to follow this up with an in vivo study, efficacy study, on 15 human subjects. So how did we do it? We had a group of 10 subjects taking a daily dose of 3.88 grams of VeCollal for 4 weeks, and 5 subjects who received the placebo. We measured average wrinkle value, collagen skin density, and of course, safety markers such as liver values. And after only 4 weeks of treatments, which is very short for collagen supplementation, the group using VeCollal showed a 13% reduction in wrinkles, almost 5% increase in skin collagen density, and there were no reports of adverse effects such as gastrointestinal discomfort and completely normal blood readings. And that's really an amazingly good result in a very short period of time. And for us, These results confirm our scientific principles and shows we can indeed provide a viable plant-based alternative for the collagen marketplace.
It's impressive, Tony. You are making me feel like I should take this every day. I think I will start from tomorrow. So while we're here, I would like to ask you some of the questions that our guests had sent through in the past weeks. And the first one is, how can this product, or maybe we can say ingredient, be applied in finished products?
Yeah, the beauty of VeCollal is it has a really wide range of applications for the evolving marketplace. So currently we can do the product both flavored and unflavored in powders. This can be, of course, in tubs, pouches, the stick sachets. We can even supply bulk for companies who want to fill themselves and flavor themselves. But we can also do liquids, so it can be made into functional drinks. Think shot bottles, liquid sachets, ready to drinks. So many of the formats that animal collagen is delivered in today, actually. And for even more effect, we can add additional ingredients to the product to make it even more functional. Think hyaluronic acid, biotin, etc. I think TCI already has done this with a wide range of their collagen functional products.
Yes, definitely. The beauty supplements are, if not our thing, definitely one of our things. It really sounds excellent. And are there any more ways in which we can work with it, or plans to maybe broaden the field of application of VeCollal in the near future?
Yeah, of course, we can currently do capsules as well. And we're working still on various other formats, such as gels, effervescents, tablets. So yeah, gummies, we're very much looking at all the possible formats in the market.
We were talking also about the possibility of possibly using it in skincare products, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly. So we are also now doing our first tests and applying also for certification as a topical ingredient for face creams.
Yeah, it's really great to know that there are so many possible uses for just one ingredient. The second question that was sent through is, what does it taste like? How is the taste?
Well, good, and that's also important because it's mainly composed of amino acids. The taste is similar to an amino acid product like BCAAs. And TCI, for instance, has a long experience in flavoring these type of drinks to ensure that it actually tastes really good. And our advantage, we don't have the fishy smell or aftertaste that some, especially fish collagen, does offer.
Yeah, I must admit that VeCollal is quite groundbreaking for this specific moment in time. Another major concern for our customers is obviously the regulatory and compliance angle of the product. TCI always makes sure to formulate products which are compliant with any country in which our clients are going to sell the finished product. But for this specific case, would you be able to maybe update us on where we stand in relation to Europe and maybe even some other countries in the world with VeCollal?
Yeah, that's a great question, because you need to be able to sell a product for it to be interesting. And VeCollal is completely compliant in the EU and the UK, USA, Australia, and New Zealand also. We've done all the necessary checks there, but we receive more inquiries from more and more countries. So we work together with our customers to check the compliance in these areas. Of course, it's a blend of numerous amino acids, so there could be countries in which one of them are not allowed. Good news is we usually find a workaround, and we haven't had any issues that cannot be overcome at present.
That's great. It's really reassuring, and I think it is even to our customers. The next question is, how many tablets, capsules, or gummies do you have to ingest per day in order to get the sufficient amount of VeCollal?
That, of course, depends on the size of the tablet or the capsule. Now, the aim is to reach a minimum recommended dose of 2.5 grams per day, maximum of 5. So if we would manage to fit 700 milligrams of VeCollal per capsule, for example, 3 to 4 capsules a day would be enough.
Okay, and is there any format of ingestion which is most recommended out of these?
Well, any format that delivers the minimum amount of 2.5 grams will be effective. So I guess it's really down to the customer preference. Some people don't like to take pills, they will prefer drinks, whereas others might prefer the indulgent side of a gummy, for instance. It's up to the consumer.
Yes, understandable. I have one last question, but this one is coming from me. I would like to ask you where you see this product sitting in the marketplace.
Well, as we discussed, the application potential is wide and varied. So the product can, I think, sit proudly along all the collagen supplements in the marketplace. We have a proven effectiveness from the in vitro and in vivo. The product potential is really huge. We know the market for collagen supplements is growing year on year, forecast to 16.7 billion. But we also see the explosion of the plant-based market, and we know there's more attention to environmental and sustainability issues, which VeCollal is sustainable. So I think VeCollal can be promoted by the existing collagen brands. It taps into a new range of customers than currently not reaching. But of course, vegan brands looking for the ingestible beauty products finally have a valid alternative, and sustainable companies can really make a statement by also offering VeCollal to their consumers. So it's quite broad.
Yes, I guess also cosmetic companies that are trying to tap into the beauty from within might use VeCollal as a point to start from. Tony, thank you so much. I don't have any more questions for you for today. I would like to really thank you once again for joining us, and also thank all of the guests who managed to attend. We will make sure that you all get a recording of this webinar so you can access it in a later time and maybe share it with somebody else. And once again, of course, if you have any questions, comments that you would like to share, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you once again to all of you.
Thank you, Sonia.
There are a wide range of supposed vegan collagens on the market, but the challenge is in finding a non-GMO, scientifically proven vegan solution. VeCollal is the world's first non-GMO, science-based biomimetic collagen, which has more than 70 clinical research papers to support its efficacy. VeCollal is unique because it is the only commercially available non-GMO vegan collagen alternative, which is 100% identical to type 1 human collagen. As a result, it has excellent absorption efficiency. In an in vitro study with TCI, VeCollal collagen technology stimulated fibroblasts by approximately 135%. Fibroblasts maintain structural integrity of connective tissues, including production of epithelial cells and hence skin and joints. VeCollal, the world's only science-based non-GMO biomimetic vegan collagen alternative for foods and supplements. Market-leading innovations with TCI. Contact us.